Welcome back to RealVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith, and I've got a property for you. This one is in Mariposa County, California. So let's pull this up. I was fixing properties on the website that are sold and haven't been marked sold. So just rolling through a bunch of them, making sure there's no weird ones in there. And I ran into this one. I'm like, oh, I got to show you this one. Guys, I really like this property. It's a good looking property, and I just want to show it off. So here we go. It's 10 acres. It's Mariposa County. Everything else I put up in Mariposa County seems to take off really quick. There's only like 12,000 people living in Mariposa County too, but it's some beautiful landscape. This is the county where Yosemite National Forest is. So this is down the hill from Yosemite. This is the road that comes up to the property. The property is just back up here in these trees. And so here's the road down at the bottom of the picture. There's some burn piles here. This is all Santa Luz National Forest, and I think they've been cleaning out the bark beetle in the area. And they've been taking out the trees that have been affected, and they've been burning them. So they made a pile here and they've been burning them. So I talked to the Santa Luz National Forest about this property. I said, hey, can I use these logging roads over here to access the property? Because I think they kind of go in over here to the property. And they said, yeah, no problem, go for it. And feel free to use those logging roads. So you can use the logging roads to access the property. There's easements that go along the sides of these properties to the neighboring properties. The neighbor over here has got a driveway. You could probably extend the driveway up the easement to this property to get legal access to it, but physical access, you can just drive in through the logging roads. So here's a view from the street, and it's back up there in the trees. It's a rolling hill. So here's a property down below, just a corner of it, and there's some views out over the area. That's like looking up towards Yosemite would be up into these hills. Here's that burn pile again, and here's the property boundary. You can see is a pretty sharp break between the way Santa Luz National Forest has been taking care of their forests and the property hasn't been taken care of. It's just vacant. It's been sitting there for a long time, forever really. Untouched. And you can see that there's some other cabins spread out through the hills, houses. There's a homestead next door, so this would be the driveway that maybe possibly you could add on to going up the easements to this property. There's some more shots of the same area. The road winding around. So there's another road that comes off this way that comes around back behind the property, so I think you could probably access it from this way too. There's easements on this side of the property. So the north and the south is both Santa Luz National Forest. Yeah, so there's a shot. So there's a shot of the neighbor's house, and they've got a power line over here. So they've got a power line that stretches in. It comes up pretty darn close to the border of your property and their property, and it looks like there's a transformer on there. So if you put your house back up here on the hill, you probably, depending how close you did it, you might not even need another pole. You'd have to ask permissions and everything, but so that's where I'd be headed. I'd be trying to get back into that hill, but there's like a gully, or I don't think there's a creek, but there's a low spot in between. So you get some land on this side, some land on that side, and you got this low spot in between. Maybe you put a driveway through there, or maybe a culvert in the bottom for when the water does flow, if it does. Just some good looking trees in the area. This gives you some more shots of the topography. So here's that low spot again. Here's a neighbor's driveway. I think you could go off of there. I'll talk to him first, of course. So here's the break in the National Forest to the brush. I think the easements come off just run along the border. There's another shot of it. So here's the road over here. Well, the road's kind of behind my head. Let's do this. So down here, there's the road and the burn pile, and the property would be up here. So you've got the house up here, and this land, and this you could build on the top of that hill or on the base of this hill. You have multiple options, but I think the top of that hill would probably be some good views looking out over the area with the power line being not very far away. You'd be close to that neighbor, but that'd be probably still be looking over their place and over, out over the area. It could be a good spot to set up. There's another view of it. So this would be the hill over here. So you get some of this hill and some of this hill and everything in between. Some different views from different directions. Views of the area and nature and what's going on. So there's a whole pile of pictures on my website, ruralvacantland.com. I'll put a link down below to get to the website. And I showed you the Mariposa County. It's over here, and then went to the website. We got Yosemite. So I pulled up Yosemite. Yosemite is not that far away. It's about it's 9:30 in the morning or something. It's an hour and 9 minutes right now, 43 miles to get up to Yosemite Valley. You're going to see a whole bunch of really neat looking nature along the way too. That'd be fun. And you keep going up to Half Dome or wherever you want to go, rock climbing, hiking, exploring, horseback riding, whatever you like to do. Yosemite's got a lot of ground to explore. And then there's Home Depot. I found a Home Depot that's 65 miles away. I found one that was 60 miles away that's down south a little bit. And then Modesto is a bigger town, so I thought I'd show you that one. Get all kinds of supplies in Modesto. 65 miles. So San Francisco, downtown San Francisco, like Google downtown San Francisco. Just a hair over 3 hours, 153 miles. I mean, the Bay Area is 150 miles or less away, depending on what part of the area you're going for. So I pulled up Zillow, looking at the market, and you can see in the back side of this county, you got Yosemite Valley, Half Dome. There's a whole bunch of Yosemite in the back of this county. As you get down into the lower lands, lower elevations, you get more people. And this property is in between. So there's a property on here on Zillow that's not mapped to the actual location of it. And I was trying to figure it out. I called the realtor on it, really nice guy, and he said he went out there to look at the property, and it sounded like a full day to get out there and back to go look at this 10 acres for basically 20 grand that they're advertising. There's some gates and things, so I think it's going to be a project to really get out there and look at that one, or to go build on it and make it happen. I think mine you can drive right up to and run with it. So I'm kind of, this guy's got the cheapest 10 acres in the county. Mine's more expensive than his by like double, but I think it's because the access out in the middle of nowhere, accessibility of his is so far off. It's been up for sale for a long time. And then there's one that's 5 acres for 39 grand. And then there's my property, 46,997 for 10 acres. And it's got a road, a power line right there. And I mean, I think it's the most logical, cheapest one in the county going on. The next one that's really cheap is $47,500 for a 15 acre. I believe that one's got no access, if I remember right. Yeah. Be sure to check out the aerial survey map. This one, I might be wrong. It might be access. Might be thinking of a different one. 5 acres, 49. 5 acres, 55. 5 acres, 59. 5 acres, 59. So for more price, they're asking for, less acres for more, half the acres for a good deal more price. So I think I got cheapest one in the county, one that's definitely worth looking at. That's what makes me excited. So thanks for listening, thanks for watching. This is Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com, and feel free to hit the hit the link below in the description to go back to the website, get directions, and make a deposit if you want to run with it, or give me a call, let me know if I can help. Hope to talk to you soon. Thanks.